everybody, and welcome to Nobody's Listening, the podcast that nobody's listening to, except for this time we actually do have one person listening, so go figure. Today I am joined by Wes, as always.
Hello.
And my brother Frank.
Hello.
And my friend Dylan, who has never actually been on anything, but he's here as well.
Up.
So, before we get started, I have a fun story to tell. I hacked my DS. Like, it's a soft hack, no big deal, you know. And I found out that you can now install custom firmware on a soft modded, like a soft hacked, just a homebrew 3DS. No, like, hard modding needed. So, I started following the tutorial. And I got to a point where it was like, okay, now that you did this while inside of a program on the 3D in the homebrew, now that you did this, you have to go into the SD card on your computer and do some like move files around. And so I was doing that, or I was going to do that, and usually what I do is I just use the wireless transfer method for the new 3DS. Well, I went back to the home menu, and I was on an old firmware, and that's when I knew I fucked up.
God.
It gets better. It gets better. So, I'm sitting there on the old home menu, and I can't access the homebrew anymore at all. I can't access my SD card from the settings like normal, because that's a new firmware setting. And so I was like, fuck, now what? So I was like, well, maybe it's just like stuck on this because it needs to reboot again. So I reboot it. The screen colors just start flashing all these different, like, it's like these two, just, they're different weird colors. And I'm like, well, that's not good. And immediately it goes, you need to update. So I was like, I probably shouldn't do that, but I don't think I have a choice at this point. So I hit update. It goes through the whole thing where it says updating, and then the screen goes black. And it's remained black ever since. My 3DS is now bricked.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
I know how I can get
messing with forces beyond your control.
It's not beyond my control. I just made a mistake.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I know how to fix it. It's gonna cost me a little bit of money. I gotta send it out to this company that deals with these sorts of things, and they're gonna fix it for me. But it's not that expensive. It's like probably like $45, but I don't have the money for that right now. So I just have a paperweight until I can get it fixed.
Would you have another 3DS though?
Yeah, it's Alexa's, but yeah. So the topic for today is the new Nintendo Switch stuff.
Well, that's good.
I
heard there was a neon edition or something like that.
Okay.
The controllers.
So
Yeah.
the two little JoyCon things that are there. I'll use this one.
The JoyCon controller,
Yeah. They
as it's called.
there's a version that's like.
There's one version that's all black, and then there's a separate version. It's pretty much the same exact thing, only the controller.
Yeah, one's red,
The
one's blue.
left and right. Yeah, the left and right.
It looks weird to me. I don't know. It just keeps settling. I'm probably just gonna get the cool.
I like the normal one as well.
I like the colored.
I like the
personally.
colored one. Do they retail at the same price?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. The only difference is the color. But
I
Yeah,
feel like I
there's
would
no
get the
reason to
colored
jack
one
the
better.
price up for color.
I'm actually pretty excited for this. Their game, while a lot of their games aren't going to be released at launch, their game lineup altogether looks really good.
Yeah, honestly though, like that's the thing that has me worried though. What games are coming out at launch? Like I heard there's Bomberman coming out and there's Zelda.
I can look
And
that up
then
right now.
Switch.
I
Yeah,
don't,
Breath of the
I don't
Wild
know if
is
Mario
pretty
Odyssey
good.
is.
No, that's
No,
that's holiday.
Yeah.
There's Zelda. There's a couple like third party. Okay.
There was Zelda Breath of the Wild. The 1-2 Switch, I think, was going on launch.
Yep.
And was ARMS part of the launch too, or no?
No,
I don't-
that's within
Uh-huh.
launch window because it says spring 2017, but it's not
Okay,
like
I couldn't remember if it was launch or not.
yeah.
The thing that has me, yeah, but the thing that has me curious though is why isn't 1-2 Switch pack-in game? That doesn't seem like that would be a $60 game.
It
You know what I
doesn't.
mean?
That doesn't seem like a Nintendo move at all, does it? Like usually they pack
Yeah.
pack that kind of game with their console, like they did with Nintendo Land and like they did with
And Wii
Wii
Sports.
Sports. Yeah. So
Yeah.
launch day, and this is kind of pathetic. 1-2 Switch, Breath of the Wild, Skylanders, Just Dance.
Wow.
Really?
Well, I mean, Breath
What
of the
the fuck?
Wild probably is gonna be a massive
Yeah.
income for them.
Oh yeah.
But then
But
Because
also,
it's-
yeah,
just in March, we have Has Been Heroes, I Am Setsuwana, Snipper Clips, Cut It Out Together, whatever the hell that is, Super Bomberman, and then another one that says Spring is Sonic Mania, Lego City, ARMS, and then in April we get Mario Kart, which is literally like
Cool.
just over a month after launch. Summer is when Splatoon comes out.
Is it the remastered Splatoon or is that Splatoon 2?
Too.
Oh, they're
No,
They're porting Splatoon over to
No,
the
they're not.
Switch.
No, they're
along
not.
with Splatoon. Oh, they're not?
no.
Oh, I thought they were.
it's a sequel.
Still,
gonna-
that's pretty cool.
People
it's still
thought-
gonna be a very good game.
People thought they were going
yeah.
to, but they're not. Okay, so the following titles were released between. Oh, that's the Wii U. What the hell? I don't know how that even happened. Yeah, there's not a whole lot, but I'm
Also,
not
too though,
I'm not buying it at launch anyway, for two reasons. One, I don't really like getting consoles at launch, and two, I just won't have the cash at the time. But
No one really will. I'm waiting for my birthday because I'm going to start saving up the money for it then. By then, it'll be out for 4 months, so. God damn.
people who are
but
like,
also,
go ahead.
but also too, like no one's been talking about the eShop. Like games are going to be on the eShop. You could actually download. Like there might be more games available at launch.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
My biggest concern with the Switch is
Like
the
indie games
memory.
and shit like that. It's a 32 gig hard drive with expandable via SD card.
Okay, cool.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
wasn't sure, 'cause
that's
I know
not that much.
My Wii U,
Okay.
I got the Zelda Wind Waker edition, and that has the 32. But when you think about it realistically, some of the sizes of the games that they put out for the Wii U take up a ridiculous amount of space.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have digital version of Wind Waker, which took up most of my hard drive, and New Super Mario Brothers, which took up most of it too. So that's just 2 digital games alone, plus all the virtual console games that I have, which is very few, and I barely have any space left for anything.
So that's where the micro SD card expansion comes in, and I don't know what the here. Let me go to their official site real quick. I don't know what the like how high of an SD card you can put into it, but I know there's at least up to 128 gig that
Holy shit.
that I've seen.
You could probably
Really?
order one that might be more, just not from a well-known company.
Probably one of those off-brand third-party companies.
Did anybody hear about the battery life of the Switch? It's going to be like
It said that they said that it's going to vary between games. It can go anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours.
2.5 to 6.5.
Okay, I thought he said 2.5 or 2 when I watched it. But still, that's not too bad.
No.
yeah, for what it's doing, yeah.
I mean, the Wii U alone can last about 4 hours by itself, and that's if you're playing on the gamepad.
Do
I
you
don't-
think it charges when it's?
In the dock, I'm really hoping so.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping
Hopefully.
so. So they're online is very weird. So basically, instead of being all on the console, it's going to be on a separate app on your phone, and that's where you that's where all you talk to your friends and stuff like that.
It's
And that's
all in the app.
yeah, it's really weird.
What the hell?
More of it's going to be I'm guessing E3 is going to really fix a lot of the questions that we have. But
Hopefully.
so in general,
When is E3?
June, like always.
Yeah.
2 months after launch. 3.
Launch is on March 3rd, by the way.
Yep.
32 gig of
That's a-
internal memory, a portion of which is reserved for use by the system. Users can easily expand storage space by using micro SD cards.
That's nice. At least they give an alternate form of memory.
Battery life can last for more than 6 hours, but will vary depending on the software and usage conditions. For example, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild can be played for roughly 3 hours on a single charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
What was that, 3?
3 hours, yeah. Now,
That's...
I want to look at the dock. There it is. Nintendo Switch dock. USB ports. TV output LED. Let's take a look at the back here. Yes, it does have a place for the AC adapter. It does count as a charger.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sweet.
And it's got 3 USB ports total.
Dang.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's nuts.
3 USB ports, one on the back, 2 on the one side, and then HDMI out and AC adapter. Nice.
Wait, it has USB ports.
Yeah, it's 3 USB ports on it. The dock, not the tablet.
Well, that means there's probably going to be a way to increase the amount of controllers. Like, you could plug any
You can
USB
connect up to
controller
8
into it,
systems
maybe.
wirelessly.
Maybe, but it's also you can plug in another cord and charge, say, another person's Switch console or your JoyCons, which I don't know how they work yet. I'm gonna take a look at that real quick.
Yeah.
The Pro controller. So
I like the design of that. It really looks cool. It's not really completely see-through, but it's clear to where you can see some of the parts inside of it, which is pretty cool.
they don't seem to
Yeah.
have
Still black.
they don't seem to have a place to charge that I can see, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work really.
The only thing about the Joy-Con controllers, I don't know if it's just me or anything, but it doesn't have a D-pad. You know what I mean? It's really odd.
Yeah.
Well,
The
see,
buttons.
the directional buttons. Yeah, this is the first Nintendo console that hasn't had a D-pad.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 sets of
And the
A,
reason,
B, Y, and X.
no, on the left one, it's not it's not ABXY. It's arrows, which will still function as ABXY when used in 2-player mode. But
yeah.
I'm just sitting here looking at all the specs right now on their official site. It's actually, I mean, I'm excited for it because it's a step in the direction that Nintendo has always needed to go in.
Yeah.
Mostly handheld, but for the most part, a home console. You know, basically, it's a handheld that can do everything a console can. And that's what they need because their handheld are so strong. Their 3DS,
Yeah.
look at how long that the DS line going up into the 3DS has lasted.
Came out in 2001, didn't it?
I don't know. It's a long time ago.
But it
So
also has me curious though. Is the Switch going for the 3DS? Is it going that market share from the DS?
they say that it's going to live alongside the 3DS, And for the most part, it's going to for a little while because they're going to continue to release exclusives and things like that. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be like, it's going to be side by side for a while, like it was with the DS and Game Boy Advance, and after a while they'll just kind of phase it out, and it'll just be Switch.
The
But-
Master Race.
That is a $300 handheld, which isn't too much different from the $200. I mean, it's only a $100 difference from a 3DS.
How
Yeah,
much is
true.
the Wii U still? Is
At
it
the
like
Wii U-
300?
Wii U's also 300, yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I don't
mine
feel like
was-
that's right. They should lower the price or
I think
increase
when I
the
got
price.
mine, it was $250.
Well, I'm
I
saying,
don't
see,
remember.
the thing is, they might still do that. I don't know for sure, but I can only assume that once the Switch is out, that they will.
I feel like it might cut the price of the Wii U down once it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about it. When the Switch comes out, how many people are going to be buying a Wii U?
The Switch is already sold out in most retailers.
Who
I know
doesn't? People who don't already have a Wii U.
Of course, Minecraft is coming
I mean-
to the Switch, which is pretty cool. You can play console Minecraft on the go.
Sweet.
Which reminds me though, they're putting Skyrim on. Though I'm like, Skyrim is so old now.
Yeah, it's the
Like-
remastered edition, though.
I mean,
You're fine.
It doesn't have release date.
Skyrim's an old game, but it's still one of the most popular games for its time.
Right. It's
And
basically
it's still really well.
it's basically the Skyrim
They still get a lot of
remastered
money off of it.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
It's the Skyrim remastered that just came out.
yeah,
See, that's the thing about Skyrim. People won't ever get tired of it.
they have mods.
I mean,
Yeah, too.
Shane's played it for like 500 hours on Steam,
Good
and
lord.
that's not including his console time before he had a computer.
You know, when he had it on 360.
Oh, let's talk about this real quick. The games are no longer discs. They also are cartridges like the 3DS. Like, they don't look like the 3DS
For
cartridges.
real?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like giant words.
I mean, hang on. Let me link you guys to the page here. It's at the very bottom of this page. Whoops. It's the very bottom of this page. And if you guys were actually here listening with us, you could see it too. You jerks.
But the only
Yeah,
one that
nobody's
was
listening.
left.
Yeah. So anyway, the parental controls are all done from your phone. There's a new share button, just like on the PS4, where
Oh,
you can
that's
take
nice.
where you can take screenshots and eventually save videos.
And stream.
Probably.
I want to see what the game box is.
They kind of look like PSP boxes.
Really?
Oh, that I don't know how I feel about that.
And
Yeah.
PSP had a great lifespan. I mean, in my opinion, at least.
But its successor didn't get that much, I'm pretty sure.
no.
No, the Vita
No.
died a
Vita.
cold hard death. Like it was beaten into the ground.
I think it's a great console.
I love the
Pick it
Vita.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Vita, but if they didn't put out as many games as they should have, and I think that's what killed it.
Had too many ports.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like tall. The cases are like tall, like a
Skinny.
Yeah, they're tall and kind of skinny, and like instead of having a whole top row devoted to the logo of the game, it's just got it up in the corner, so it looks like it's a full art with like a little Nintendo Switch icon in the top left.
That's cool.
That's
You have to
eh.
post that.
Yeah, dude, it just looks like giant freaking 3DS cartridges.
Yeah, only they don't have
Cool.
the little nub on the side.
Yeah.
The Joy.
Yay.
Oh, sweet! They have unveiled a new amiibo. It's a Bookoblin.
Really?
Really?
Yep, from Breath of the
Cool.
Wild.
I don't
Sweet.
I don't know what that is.
I know you don't.
They're
It's okay.
enemies.
Okay.
Also, I really like I really like the Switch box art over the Wii U box art, and I will link this to you as well.
Not really focused too much on the conversation. I mean, I'm in it, but I'm not. This competitive match is pretty going pretty good.
Baller.
Can we talk about Legend of Zelda has voice acting now?
What?
Oh my
Does
god,
anybody-
it's so
It sounds-
amazing.
It sounds good, but it's weird though. I'm not used to like. Well, this is
Yeah,
What I want them to do is give you the option to have it in Japanese or English.
Oh, I don't know. That would help them out,
Because
but
literally, honestly, I mean, I've seen the trailer for what they showed at the live event, which was the Japanese trailer, and then I saw the English translated one, which was full voice acting and everything. But to me, the English voice acting was good, but the Japanese trailer had more feeling to it.
yeah.
yeah.
Which reminds me,
Because it seemed more real.
It seemed more phoned in the English one.
ooh,
And
Did-
that's
yeah.
what I want to see in the game. The realism.
did anybody watch that presentation though?
I did.
I did
I
not.
watched the whole thing.
We all did. Well, we both
That
did.
hold up. A side note, that translator, terrible.
Oh, the one who was trying to translate for the No More Heroes guy.
Oh God.
Yeah. Hey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, I had to change my pants after
Sweet.
that.
Yeah, right.
But I'm like, how can you make a sequel to that game? The story was so tight. I don't know.
Maybe it's not a sequel, but a
pro-
continuation.
It's probably set in the same world with different characters.
Because Xenoblade Chronicles X really wasn't a. It was like Final, you know how every Final Fantasy game's different.
Yeah.
That's how Xenoblade
Yeah.
like Chronicles X was. So.
This one looks
See?
like it takes place on the same plane, like the same area, but it's like a different.
Like after, yeah.
Mario Odyssey.
I creamed my pants
that-
again, dude. That
That
was an
that-
awesome.
the graphics
That
run on
looks
Unreal
amazing.
Engine, and you can tell.
Yeah.
that game looks amazing.
There's a part where he's in the water,
Nintendo's-
and it's so clear. The water is like clear, like real water. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like, and then it showed a close up of him, and you can see all the little hairs instead of like that weird Play-Doh thing that Mario usually has for hair.
Yeah, dude.
his
Whenever,
wrinkle hair is almost frightening.
whenever he was in New York City, like wherever that was epic. I'm like, people walking around. I've never seen this before, dude.
It's called New Donk
That-
City. It's a Donkey
Oh
Kong.
yeah, but it's
What's it called?
New Donk City.
man, that sounds pretty cool.
That's pretty funny.
It's based on Donkey Kong. Like some of the street names are
Awesome.
like Diddy and Dixie and things like that.
Oh, cool.
So, any other games jump out at you like during that presentation?
See, I only know of like 2 because I didn't actually watch the presentation. I mean, I saw it on Facebook. The 2-player like Switch game that's kind of
1-2
like with
Switch.
the motion. Yeah, that looked really
Yeah.
cool.
That's like a
Arm-
party game though. Yeah.
Yeah, Arms looks pretty good too. That's a neat kind of innovative way to do a fighting. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like Wii-based boxing, but it's a neat, more in-depth version of like a fight. You know what I mean? A better-looking fighting game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
not like your stereotypical fighter, but
As-
it actually has you get into it.
as I was watching the trailer while Wes was over a little bit ago, or a little earlier, I looked over at him and I said, "If there's a new Smash, those characters are going to be in it."
Definitely. Yeah.
That
I
would
was
be
surprised.
amazing.
Yeah, I was
if there
surprised
was a
about
new
that too, though.
Smash.
Or like not even a new Smash though, but like Master maybe with the
Yeah.
whole people over.
They port Smash they make Smash for Switch with all the DLC, and then add more.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, what?
I'm saying that's what they should do.
Oh, I thought that was a thing.
No.
Damn.
Splatoon 2 looks really good.
Yeah.
The upgraded hardware really does justice to the graphics and art style of that game.
Yeah,
I really, really like the fact that the Joy-Con can just be used as individual controllers. So, like, oh, I'm gonna go out to this place and I'm gonna bring my Switch with me in this super special bulletproof, shatterproof fucking if I drop this, if a bomb drops on this bag, nothing will happen to it that I carry my Nintendo Switch in
Oh yeah.
because I don't want that shit to break. But you just take it somewhere and you instantly have two controllers to play with. Like,
It's probably the most innovative controller I've ever seen in years. Aside from what they did with the Wii U gamepad, I mean, it was inevitable that they were going to put a touchscreen on a controller sooner or later. But if anyone was going to do it, it would have been Nintendo.
You know it's gonna be crazy too. It just freaking clicked for me though. But Microsoft and Sony, it's gonna be very difficult to actually copy Nintendo because they're gonna have to make a completely new console for it. So
Yep.
Because they made the pros of like the new ones of each console, but
and
it's
Nintendo went
not as good as a new
360.
console.
yeah.
so basically, what I'm thinking, and this is an afterthought. This happened when he was like showing off like the HD rumble feature and the like IR sensing and all that shit for the JoyCons. I thought that's gonna be perfect for VR. They're working on it. I know they are.
They have to be. I mean, why would
They have
you
to step
just
up their
implement
game with that.
HD rumble technology into a controller and not try to put it towards VR capabilities?
Yeah, Nintendo's always been about VR since anybody was like to begin with.
Since
Crazy.
1995.
The Virtual
I mean,
Boy,
they
yeah.
tried their hand at
I'm
It
really
was such a
thinking.
good system.
I'm really thinking that that's going to be something that they focus on here in the near future is VR, especially with the Joy-Con. They're not going to make you buy separate controllers. They're just going to be like, here's our new Switch VR headset, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. You just use your Joy-Con and play the games that you have on your Switch.
The Switch Eye.
Something. It just goes along with it. It's not some. It's just like it's not a whole new thing that you have to buy. Well, it is, but like it's not a whole new console. It just is.
It's an add-on.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. Although maybe not anytime soon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk. I'm gonna read off
Who knows?
some of this online feature stuff that they're gonna be having. So, right away, this there's a free trial service that starts at launch. This service lets Nintendo Switch owners enjoy online multiplayer as well as a dedicated smartphone app that connects to your Nintendo Switch and helps you connect with friends for online play sessions. So basically, like I said, it's like this app that you have that connects to the Switch that's like your friends list and all that shit instead of it being on the console, which is weird, but it's kind of a step in the right direction, except for like I don't know how like I don't know. What if your phone's like dying and a lot of people don't always have their phones just like, well, I mean, I guess people do have their phones on them all the time anymore, but it's just a weird thing. They'll have more details on the service after the Switch launches. However, they go on to say you'll be able to play compatible co-op and competitive games online by signing in with your Nintendo account. Online play will be free for Nintendo account holders until the paid online service launches in fall. After that, you'll be paid. It'll be a paid subscription like everybody else. The service is only for Switch. It doesn't affect anything else.
Cool.
Their new app will connect to the Switch, let you invite friends, set play appointments, and chat with friends during online matches and competitive games from all from your smart device. Again, that's really weird. It would make more sense to be in the console, but I guess with the limited space of just being a tablet, you gotta
Cut back on something.
right. And again,
But then again, it might be a good thing, so that it doesn't impede gameplay in any way.
a free limited version of the app will be available for download in the summer. Subscribers.
I feel like I don't like the fact of them making their services have to be paid for now, like the other ones. I feel like that's a step in the wrong direction.
It always has been, but I don't know why, but
You really can't fight it anymore. I mean, everything's paid. I mean, look at Sony. Look at how many fucking paid subscriptions they have.
Oh yeah,
It's
terrible.
ridiculous.
they know
They've got
for them, money-wise, it's a step in the right direction because they know people will actually do it.
I mean, if it's a good
Right.
service, I'll pay for it. But if it's lackluster, I'm not gonna
Right.
besides online stuff.
Subscribers will get to download and play a Nintendo or an NES or Super NES game with newly added online play, free for a month, and after that month, you then have to buy the game.
Fine.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's dumb that you have to buy it after the month, unlike all the other services that just give you a free game for free.
Yeah.
For free until your service runs out. But special offers for subscribers may include discounts on select digital games and content. So basically, it's their version of PlayStation Plus.
That's I mean, decent.
So basically, here's a rundown of it. If you're a subscriber, you get online gameplay, online lobby and chat app, monthly game download, and exclusive deals. Everybody else, even if you're not a subscriber, you can still have access to the eShop, register and manage your friends, share screenshots to social media, and access the parental controls app. So basically, you can't even talk to your friends online while playing Switch unless you are a paid subscriber.
Well, I mean, that's about the same as Xbox, but I'm pretty sure on PlayStation you can still talk.
You can still on Xbox you can still join a party and talk to people without being a gold member.
You have to be a gold member now.
Are you serious?
Really?
It's always been like that. You can be a silver member and join the party, but you cannot talk back.
It's kind of dumb. But hey, if it works, I guess.
I mean, it makes people pay for it.
Any way to get money.
Are you sure? Because
Oh, also,
I've never had gold and I've talked to people via party before.
Have you?
Yeah.
I thought that's how it worked. I don't know. I haven't touched my Xbox in a long while. That's how it used to be.
Forever.
But I don't know. Overall impression, I think it is a step in the right direction. Their online services seem a little
Shaky.
janky at the moment. I'm really hoping that they maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the right word is. I hope that they learn more about what they want to do with it so that people don't get
The wrong impression.
like, so that it's not basically, okay, you paid for this. I don't
Now you're gonna get fucked over.
like the whole paying for the game and then not keeping it, or
Playing it.
getting the free game and not being able to keep it unless you pay for it the month after is kind of dumb, because literally none of the other ones do that.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, but you never know.
they
If
don't
it's a-
really
if it's
have
a good
that
enough
many
game, people do
games,
it.
I don't think.
Oh well, we'll see. Time will tell. See, no, Frank. What they could do is they could just release virtual console games every month. It doesn't even have to have the new online features. It could just be a virtual console game every month.
Yeah, I know what you mean now.
Because that's another thing that I thought was weird from the Wii to the Wii U. Instead of just giving you the virtual console games for Wii U, they made you pay a discounted price.
kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just,
I
I,
didn't
don't know.
like that.
Also, I feel like if you
But-
bought it, like, I really wish they had like the cross-compatible.
Cross console.
Yeah, like
Like the cross buy.
if, for instance, I have Earthbound on the 3DS. If I had a Wii U, I should then be able to play Earthbound on the Wii U without having to buy the same game twice. I wish they did more of those sort of things, but their online stuff has always just been kind of weird, and I'm really hoping that they get into more of a modern day feel for it and get, just kind of get with the times when it comes to their online services. But the console looks great.
Well, Nintendo.
I love the
One
fact.
thing they did,
Go
one
ahead.
thing they did like really good though was a lot of people don't think about this a lot, but it's now you can now play imports on it. It's not like region locked anymore.
Yeah,
did-
they took
pretty
the
cool.
fucking region lock away, which is fucking wonderful.
How did we skip completely? Because that was one of the points that I was going to bring up, and I just completely forgot all about it. Yeah.
The fact that
What's
they
that
took away
mean?
region locking
You can
Pretty much you can play foreign games without
so
having to worry about the system blocking you away from it.
basically
Okay.
all of
3DS, you get a Japanese game, you can't play it
basically
unless
from
it's a Japanese 3DS.
every console, home console from the NES all the way up has been region locked so that you can't play the other region's games without modifying your
Imports
system.
and such.
So now with the Switch, they finally did away with that. So like if Europe gets a game that we don't, we can buy the game from Europe and play it here. Now,
Yay.
and it would be in English because most of Europe they have English. But now, like if we bought a Japanese game, it would still be in Japanese. So it would have to be a less reading intensive game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, that means I can't play Dragon Quest X
I
on
think
Japanese.
I'm really thinking we might still get Dragon Quest 10 and 11.
I hope so.
Were they just doing those exclusively for Japan?
They wouldn't have like it wouldn't make sense for them to show it off at the worldwide press conference if it wasn't going to be given out worldwide. Off topic, but still on the topic of Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest 7 and 8 are both available for 3DS right now.
Dragon Quest 8?
Yes. I don't know.
Man, I
If
didn't
it's,
get that.
I don't know if it's available yet. Actually.
I already have
just-
7, but
I
Oh,
lost
did you get 7
connection
for
in my
3DS?
Overwatch match.
yeah, it's the longest damn game. I'm still playing it, dude.
Nice.
Like 120 hours in.
I got Dragon Ball Fusions for Christmas. It's pretty good.
Me too. Yeah.
I want to see them remastered Dragon Quest 9,
They probably
personally.
won't. They probably won't because it's a handheld. And it is available on the 20th, actually.
What is?
A Dragon Quest 8 for the 3DS. I know.
My favorite one.
I don't care.
I don't know what Dragon Quest is, but
It's the.
I'm not too big of a Nintendo person.
It's not really
It's
Nintendo.
the
It's more.
Square
of a-
Enix RPG from Dragon Ball artwork.
Yeah, it's an RPG with Dragon Ball artwork.
Huh.
But we're gonna
So,
wrap
Chris-
things. Oh my god, what?
I have one last funny topic. So I went in the Fi the other day, and I was
FYE.
like,
FYE.
where's that section of this store? So I went over to this section of the store, and I was like, now I gotta find this copy of this that a sibling would really like. And I opened it up, and it was Dragon Ball, and I was like, man, this is really awkward.
Oh yeah, those exist. It was Sailor Moon
I know.
and Dragon Ball. I've seen that one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
And I was like, wow.
I haven't
Okay,
watched
wait,
it,
what?
but I've seen it in the store before.
What
Just don't
was
worry
it?
about it. That's a good way to end it. I mean,
Yeah, so we're going to wrap things up for this week. Next week, if you would like to join in on the conversation, I will have a link in the description to the Nobody's Listening chat rooms so that you can join us and chat along and give us your input live. Hopefully that tends to work out because I had somebody listening for a little bit and then they decided to just leave forever. Whatever. But again, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that bullshit that other YouTubers tell you to do, but you're not forced to really do, but it really helps. Updates still coming to the channel soon. I'm sorry I didn't upload last week's episode still. It'll probably go up with this one, along with all the other stuff that I still have to upload. I just forget. I've been very busy. I have a baby on the way. I've been preparing for that, and I just forget. So, that's it. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.